All right, it is 10 o'clock, and it is Saturday morning, so I do want to welcome you to our Saturday morning breakfast call for Postcard Networker, Saturday, August 11th, 2018. My name is Joel Brett, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, Kristen. And, hey, we've got a good call for you today, I think, because we're going to do a bit of a training or a talk or some information, as we always do, but I have a special guest on the call as well today that I want to introduce you to. And we're going to start doing this on a regular basis, talk to some of our members, some of our leaders, some of our new people, a wide variety of our members, I think. I think it's important. I haven't done that in a while. We used to do that quite regularly, and we're going to start bringing that back a little bit. So let's get started, as we always do, with a special congratulations. Now, we are going to shift up the congratulations just a little bit, and I may expand it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this type of congratulations goes, I guess, over the coming weeks. But I wanted to congratulate all the members that have a new enrollment, okay, so people that have personally sponsored somebody into their Q Sciences business in the last, I guess this is just August, so it'll be the last 11 days. And some of these people actually, believe it or not, have multiple enrollments too. Some of them have 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was even one member that personally enrolled 6 people in the last 11 days. So very exciting. So I just want to say congratulations to Greg and Samantha, Anthony, Steve. Congratulations to Michael and Jeannie, Michael, RJ, Autry. Congratulations to Bob and Ron, Ted, Arnold. Congratulations, Roy, Obra, Cynthia, Michael, and Mike. And congratulations to everybody. I know I didn't do any congratulations in July at all for new personal enrollments. We would have had even more, of course. So congratulations to all those members that have personally enrolled a new Q Sciences member in the last 11 days and for growing your business. Hey, and congratulations to everybody that's growing their business, growing their volume. I know there's been massive growth in our business over the last 45 days or so, and it's just going to continue going as more and more people become aware of what we're doing with this business and the opportunity that sits in front of them. So I want to give you a couple quick updates in terms of what's going on with our business. Postcard orders, all of the new postcard orders have been shipped, and some of you have already started receiving the brand new postcards that we announced recently. All the older postcards, by the way, if you still have postcards in your home and didn't mail them from some of the old versions that we're kind of no longer using, I guess I retired them for at least the time being. We've got just the one new postcard that we're using. They all still work, by the way. Okay, so if you do have some of the older versions of postcards, they absolutely still work. Here's the funny thing, actually. Recently, I saw that somebody was mailing out postcards, the original postcards from 2016. I don't even know how somebody still has these in their home waiting to mail them out. But because we started getting a couple of enrollments from postcards that were two and a half years old, which is completely incredible to me, that number one, somebody would hold on to postcards that long, but also they still work just fine. I mean, obviously, a postcard's a postcard's a postcard. Once you have a good offer and once you have a good, sales pitch and stuff like that, it'll continue to work for years and years and years. So there's nothing wrong with mailing out any of the older postcards. I hope you guys don't have any cards older than 2 years in your home, but if you do, let's get some stamps on them and mail them out. And the sooner we get them in the mail, obviously, the quicker your business builds and the quicker I can help you to generate a full-time income from home. The other thing I wanted to mention is that if you want to really maximize your income with Postcard Networker and with our team, you need to be both an active affiliate and active with Q Sciences. Okay, And if you want, if you want to go into your back office, or if you don't have a computer, if you're just listening to this over the phone, please do contact me, and I'll help make sure it's set up properly. If you need help with it, but you do have to make sure that your active affiliate account is done, and you've entered your Q Sciences link, your username, into step number 2 in your back office. And that's the only way really that we know where to refer your members into Q Sciences. If you don't put your username in there, we really don't know where to send them to, right? I don't have access to the Q Sciences database, so I can't pull information on every member unless you give it to us, okay? So make sure you do that. Go in there, and if you haven't joined yet, please go ahead and do that right away, especially for those of you, there's some members that have massive downlines in Postcard Networker that we've built over the last year, 2 years, and are still contemplating whether or not they want to join Q Sciences, and you're literally missing out on members joining right now. They just bypass you if you don't get started. So we just got to make sure that everybody's active in both as an affiliate and in Q Sciences, and make sure you put your link in the back office so that you can get fully paid on everything that you've been building and that you continue to build. Okay, so I want to now just take a moment to introduce a good friend of mine. I've known this gentleman, Bob Rowland, and his wife Cindy, for a number of years. Okay, and Bob is probably, and I'll let you talk in a minute here, Bob, and I'll introduce you, and I'm just going to ask Bob a few questions, and we'll kind of have a conversation, over the phone here. But Bob is probably one of the most positive people that I know, okay, in this industry, and that's a very big statement for me to make, but no matter what happens, no matter what, who he talks to, or, people say yes, people say no, he's always super positive and happy and cheerful and just building his business. And I love that, because I know that's what it takes to be a winner in this industry. It literally takes attitude before everything else, if you have the right attitude. So I just want to introduce you guys all to Bob, and I'll kind of walk you through some questions, Bob, that I've got for you. But can you? I guess you can just say hello, and then we'll chat a little bit. Bob, are you there?
Yes, you can hear me, Joel.
Yeah, it's a little low, but if you can talk a little bit more into the mic, but it sounds pretty good. I can definitely hear you.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, we're doing good. Okay, so Bob, first month executive in Q Sciences. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your experience thus far in Q Sciences, and then if you want to end with just what's your goal for this month. So tell me, how you got started, how it's been going for you so far, and what you've experienced with this business.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Well, first I want to thank you and Kristen for all your support throughout the years of our relationship and our past businesses, and now too, because you are a true friend, business partner, and you're someone that anyone can succeed with if they would just, follow the simple thing of sending postcards. It's the most exciting thing I've ever been in as far as postcards, because I keep telling all my people I talk to and stuff, they're qualified leads that you get. You generated that from past businesses that you experienced before, and all the leads that you put on these postcards are like-minded, entrepreneurial people. They're not like tire kickers. We're hunting these people that you're putting on, and they want it. When you put one on a card and we send it, it's like coming from us. They're wanting you to engage with them. They want you to get something to them, to tell them about what you got, or they wouldn't have never went on as a lead. But I thank you guys for your experience and relationships over the last few years we've had. So my excitement couldn't be any better for this business. for the simple reason, Joe, and you keep talking about it. A lot of the members that we've got stuff, I've talked to them personally on the phone, a lot of them, just like Jeannie last night. I walked her through the compensation plan about 5 minutes. And we've been in other network opportunities, you and me, and all, probably some of the rest of them, that had 40 and 50 pages of compensation plans. You've had to jump through hoops and bounds to get to the next rank. You've got actually 2 simple things you got to do, and 1 page you got to do. And I've just been following that compensation plan to max. And I'm trying to, my goal for me is was December, the last December, to get the silver. But I actually talked to you the other day, and we was planning out the success of all our members and us and stuff. I actually think I will be there the end of September, at least be the silver. And man, that's exciting to me.
And then what's your goal for this month, Bob?
I've got my goal, in August I wanted to make executive, which the end of August, we're not there, so I made that. September elite, November bronze, December silver, but I've jumped, that's my old goals. I've jumped them up, so, which I just
No, wait a minute. You just, did you just say that your goal for August is the same as what you're already at?
Yes, because I started in. I've only been in 32 days. 32 days.
I love you guys. I love you, Bob. No, listen. We listen in front of everybody. We got to set a new goal for you for August, Bob. You can't just stay stagnant in August.
I won't. I've actually kicked my August up to the end of August being elite. I like.
Okay, good.
So we'll go 1 month at a time, but I mean the lead I think I can make probably in another week probably.
Well, I'll help you do that, Bob. I'll help you do that.
That is one good thing about this, Joel. I keep telling all my new ones and all the people, I've got a couple calls go on after we get done today, and I keep telling everybody it's just not me doing it. It's all the members below me. It's all you and Brandon. It's all the people above us. That is the key to this. You do not have to build your volume alone. You can, everybody will help you get there, because the key to this, to me, if I'm going to rank up to the next rank, I got to help somebody else rank up to their rank and everything, because we just keep building upon that, So it's a true people helping people business, and people that I talk to, emails, they know I put that in all my emails. I talk to them every day about that.
Right on. So I'm going to write down elite for you, Bob, officially on this call in front of everybody. So that'll definitely hold your feet to the fire, and I'll help you get there as well. Yeah. So tell me, what's your favorite product with Q Sciences thus far? What's the product that's really impressed you the most?
Well, I read a lot of them before I joined and everything, and I really went on the Q Core Max, the Q Core Q Max product, because my mom passed away 3 years ago of dialysis, kidney problems and stuff. She had sugar, she had heart problems. And that product there has to do with a lot of your inner organs, getting the nutrients and stuff to all your major organs in your body and stuff, whether it be a man or a woman. We all have about the same organs, the heart, the liver. So I really love that product.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, and I think, I mean, it's funny sometimes people get so focused on trying to find products that you can feel an immediate impact. I mean, I definitely noticed, taking the Q Sciences products, I feel better. But, I didn't necessarily, some of the products I kind of get a wow immediate feeling. Some of them I don't necessarily notice immediately. But I do know that that most people are undernourished, just generally, right? And I think that that definitely is making an impact probably on you and me and everybody. So let's talk a little bit about what you see for your future, Bob. I mean, you've been at this networking game for a while. Do you see something different with Postcard Networker and with Q Sciences that kind of in your future?
Yeah, like you, Joe, I've been in networking back in 1978 with an old company, and I've been in a couple of them with you and stuff, but I've never found the success that you can find here so quick that you can send a postcard. It's all about the leads. You've got to find the right people to work with. You can't go with family and friends. You can't go with co-workers and stuff that always is putting you down. And you, like you said, I am very positive. I don't let nobody put me down. I move on to the next person if you don't want to talk to me. The success for me is finding the right people. And finding the right people is about 80% of the business and stuff, and you've already taken care of that with the Postcard Network. My guys, the things you put on the thing all the time is, if you can simply put a stamp on a postcard, you can make it in this business. And with the Q Sciences that we've hooked up with, the compensation plan is the best in the business. I don't see why you could not have success if you just engage and send in postcards.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, and obviously you're sending postcards and all of your team is as well, but you had mentioned something interesting, about friends and family, that, a lot of people are scared to go to friends and family because, that I don't know how to talk to them, what if they say no, et cetera. But I wanted to point out something that maybe you're not necessarily going to quote-unquote friends and family, but you are building a local team there, which I think, is kind of warm market or friends and family type, So, but the pitch is, or the talking points really are, listen, you can still just, send the postcards. So those people, you're attracting them and talking to them and bringing them on board, and they're obviously engaging with the postcards. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, and actually, Joel, like you told me, you will send us some blank postcards. They got a lot of members right now asking for blank postcards so they can hand a coworker something, and that's important. I think if we could get, so many postcards in our hands in my truck and everything when I go out, because I talk to a lot of people, but I engage in the people. They ask me what I'm doing. What are you doing to make money? When you start engaging with people, you find out what they do, what I do, and stuff like that. And I just hand them a postcard and say, go here and find out, and I'll talk to you later about it. You get in that site, Postcard Networker, and that's what I'm doing. I'm building a good team. I like to build an Indiana team because I'm from Indiana, because I will like to, I've got about 6 members on my team now. They live within about an hour apart from me, and I'm going to be meeting those, driving there and stuff. We're going to be getting some details down to build an Indiana team, but that's just your warm market and everything, and stuff. And that's what I'm doing both. I'm trying to put it all together and everything and do both.
Yeah,
and get 1,000 postcards a month. That's my goal.
And I think the key being, again, you mentioned that not necessarily interested in building a warm market, but you actually are. But but I think the difference is you're not like chasing people or talking to the people that aren't interested. You're literally just giving information and then following up people that are interested in actually talking to you about it versus, inviting your sister-in-law over every single week to watch the same presentation over and over again until she joins, or trying to sell her product she doesn't want to buy. That type of thing that a lot of people do. So
everybody on my team, Joe, will probably tell you, or have told you, or will tell you, I call, I'm here for them, because if I do not work with them, I cannot get to where I want to be in life and in the compensation plan. I want to pull as many people. When I get Crown Diamond, I want to have a bunch of people, presidential, royal, black. I got to do that to get to where my ultimate goal is in the company. And our ultimate goal, all of us, should be a Crown Diamond with this company, because it's going to be so easy with the marketing plan to get there for us.
Absolutely, and just keep going. So, Bob, if there's one thing, I always like to ask everybody this, in terms of, there's a lot of new members coming into our business. There's a lot of people that either have had experience in network marketing before, and maybe good experience, maybe bad experience. They've had success or they've had failure. But there's also people, brand new that are kind of looking at this as an income opportunity and don't really know necessarily how to build or what to expect. What's your advice for the brand new member that's joined Postcard Networker or joined Q Sciences, is excited but is not 100% sure kind of the path ahead? What advice do you have for those new members?
Oh my gosh, just 2 words: send postcards. The postcards work. People save them, they keep them. They may not enter your Q Sciences business right now, but I've had people come in my businesses and stuff from a postcard, 6, 8, 10 months. One was 14 months because I track them all the time and stuff. I keep the people's names and stuff and email list. Send postcards. It'll be the easiest, ultimate business you've ever got in. I talked to and most people will not know this. I had a member ask me this, and I followed up. Follow-up is a big deal with me. I called the company this week, said, how many crown diamonds are there in Q Sciences? Well, I followed that up because that was a kind of a neat little thing I wanted to know. There is 0. So I asked the lady, I said, why is there 0? And she goes, we just started the network marketing side and the compensation plan January 1st of 2018. Guys, we are on the forefront of something that anybody, how would you like to be in the top 10 to get crown diamonds? You have the opportunity with your marketing system, Joel, and the people that we can reach and we can put in this thing. We all have a chance to get there and be one of the top crown diamonds in a company. And 10 years from now, we're going to be like the old companies. You're going to be looking at multimillionaires and people that can sustain monthly income for the rest of your life and your kids' life. So I'm just saying, send postcards and let's engage with those people. And I will help you. I mean, anybody knows that if they've got somebody they want to talk to, they can three-way me in. I will help you put people in. I will definitely do that for anybody in this building, everything in the company, for the simple reason it's going to get me something out of it too, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, I appreciate you so much, Bob. Thank you so much for coming on the call and sharing with everybody today a little bit about your story and your success.
Thank you.
And we definitely, I'm just going to mute you out there again. We definitely look forward to seeing you at Elite, Bob. You can write that one down too. Everybody's going to be rooting for you and excited for you and your wife, Cindy. And hey, listen, it's all about the team helping the team. You know, everybody participating, everybody working together and cheering each other on and helping to grow not only your income, but also grow your future. You know, one of the things I think that sometimes we forget when we're in a home-based business or when we're in, a postcard marketing business or an online business is that, you know, sometimes we focus too much on the dollars and cents. And I know that's why we're here. You know, like I get it. Like I know that we're here to make money. I know that we're here to change our lives and to, you know, improve the level of income that we're at. But sometimes we want it to happen instantly and immediately. We can taste it. We can feel it. We just want it so bad. And I think that it's important that we don't lose focus on the end goal, which could be literally 18 months away, you know, or 2 years away, or 12 months away, or 6 months away. You know, as we build our organization, as we build our team, it's important that we remember that, you know, that if it's worth building today, it's going to be worth building in 6 months and 12 months and 24 months. So if you're so excited about it now, we got to hold on to that, grab onto that. You know, and like Bob said, we definitely are all here to help everybody. Bob's here, I'm here, so many of the other leaders are here to be able to help you build your team. I want everybody to just kind of sit back right now, just for a moment, and just feel the peace and just feel the, you know, the fact that we can do this together, right? Like, just relax, don't feel any stress, don't worry about, you know, is this going to work or is this not going to work? Like, completely rid that from your body right now today, because this will work if you continue building with us. Okay, this absolutely 100% will work for you, and it will 100% work for all of your team because of the simple system and the simple business that we've set up. I want to talk to you a little bit about today. So this is kind of a bit of a training slash story, I guess, in terms of just myself personally, and I hope it'll help you in, by the way, some people on this call, many of our members obviously are already in Q Sciences, so we're already have joined, have started, are working, are building. Some of the people on this call today are still deciding, should I take the leap? Should I join Q Sciences? You know, is it right for me? So I wanted to spend a little bit of time just to solidify that for the members that have already joined, and also for the new members that are deciding, should I get into Q Sciences or not? I want to kind of, I don't want to say push you off. I was going to say push you off a cliff. I really don't want you falling off a cliff. Push you over the edge. Push you. How about just encourage you to get started? Okay, I just want to give you a little nudge, okay, to get started, because I think it's important that you experience the full business. I think it's important that you get some of these products from Q Sciences in your home and see, how excited and how exciting that we are from the business. So let's just talk a little bit about the products. When I first started looking at Q Sciences, the question for me in all of the parts of what I examined, and I'll just kind of walk you through kind of my thinking when I first got started with Q Sciences. And the underlying question was, does the marketing system, does Postcard Networker, does mailing postcards and building a business through our marketing system work with this company? Will it actually work? Because believe it or not, some companies really aren't super excited about online businesses, postcard marketing, direct mail, cold marketing, Facebook. Like, there's some companies that literally don't really even want you sharing the company and the opportunity on Facebook, believe it or not. I'm not going to name the companies, and I'm not going to call them out, but there are some network marketing companies out there that aren't crazy about advertising to cold leads. You literally are only compelled to go to your warm market. So, does this marketing system work with the different segments of this business is kind of the underlying question that I'm going to ask. But when I started looking for a network marketing company recently, for those of you that don't know, I mean, I haven't necessarily been in a full-time network marketing company for quite a few years, actually. When we first developed Postcard Networker about 2.5 years ago, we had joined a nutritional network marketing company, and I thought, well, for me to be able to build this, I need a system. I need a marketing system. So we put together Postcard Networker, and we put together the beginning of it. It wasn't even a website at the time. It was actually just us literally just mailing postcards to people, and then when they would purchase or when they would send us money, we'd send them an information package and some postcards and stuff like that, just directly through the mail. No website, no online, no anything. We just had one audio, I think, that it kind of explained the premise of the business. And unfortunately, very quickly, that company kind of dissolved for us just because it didn't really work with the marketing system. Like, we were bringing in people, and they were struggling with customer service, and they were struggling with, the growth, and they were struggling with people that, like, it just didn't work. So we ended up kind of pushing Postcard Networker just into we built it into this massive company, but we, my wife and I, as the leaders of this giant organization of people trying to build a business online and trying to generate income from home, actually weren't even in a network marketing company, which is I mean, you could look at it as a little hypocritical, I guess, because it's like we're building a business and we're saying, hey, come and build network marketing. I'll show you how to do it. But, oh, by the way, I'm not in one. So this year we decided to start looking for a network marketing company to really plant our roots with and say, you know what, we need to find something that we can build long term. And I'm just going to skip to the next slide because I want to add the second thing in there. What I decided was, okay, I've literally just got to do research through all of the different companies out there that I can find. Because normally when I joined a network marketing company, it like happened to just, fall on my lap. Whereas this time I wanted to make sure that I spent the time to actually vet the companies first and vet different opportunities. And I decided the two most important things I wanted to look for off the beginning was just products and compensation plan. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that products and compensation plan are everything in every company. Okay. There is more to it than that. But the interesting thing is with those two categories, I can easily and very quickly determine if a company is even going to work or not with the marketing system that we have and with what I'm looking for to be able to help other people. Okay. And the reason why is because with the products, what I found over the years is that if you don't have good quality products that people will use, and for me the gauge is probably a little bit higher for the average person, because my wife Kristen is very into nutrition and health and healthy living, and she kind of looks through the ingredients of different products and stuff like that. So obviously, like everybody, I mean, we compromise, I think, sometimes on, we'll order a pizza or we'll eat out at a restaurant. I mean, you can't avoid living your life, and you can't know what's in every single food or every single product that you consume, right? However, you can make healthy choices, and if you're going to take a product on a regular basis, like through a network marketing company where you're getting an auto ship every month, or you're taking their vitamins, or you're taking their supplements, or, things like that, then it behooves you, and it's smart to obviously take the time to research those products, because again, if you're taking it daily, right, you want to have a good, healthy product. You want to make the decision once so that you can continue to buy from that company for years and years and feel good about it. If we're just going to go out to a restaurant some Friday evening, yeah, we might compromise a little bit because we're not necessarily sure where they sourced all of their meat and their potatoes and their vegetables or whatever. We're hoping that they make good choices. But again, that's only one meal out of, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meals we're going to eat this year. So we still have to live our lives like everybody else. There's kind of some grace in there. But with the products, really, like I said, for me personally, I'm kind of just an average guy when it comes to products. Like, I'm more about taste. I'm more about, will I actually use it, and how does it make me feel? But my wife kind of brings in the nutrition and the quality side, of these products. So I started going through company. I started looking at different companies. And the interesting thing is there's a lot of network marketing companies on the market today, and a lot of even nutritional companies out there today that really don't have a very good line of products. They're kind of average. And I've tried products from many different companies over the years. So some of them I immediately already knew. People, when you've been in this industry for a while, people actually just try to recruit you all the time, right? So they'll send you products just to try, because they I have people coming and trying to recruit me and get me to join their opportunities. So I say, yeah, I'll try your products. I'll see if I like them. So there's actually many companies I already knew I didn't like the products. They just kind of average, or they didn't taste good, or the ingredients weren't that great. But literally we went through, well over 100 companies. We were close to probably 150 companies by the time we were done this whole process. But I literally went company after company after company. I went back to some of the really old companies that have been in this industry for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years, to re-examine their companies again, looking for decent products. And the problem kind of happened where I would find a company with good products, but they would have a horrible compensation plan. Like, you couldn't even, I mean, if you didn't seriously understand compensation plans and you joined the company based on the products or the excitement, or, somebody you knew, somebody you knew kind of got you involved, 10, 12, 20 months into that company, you'd be so upset because there's so many companies out there that kind of have such complicated compensation plans, and they kind of hide where they kind of hide where they're making money. And all I mean by that is that I'm okay with the company making money. They have to be profitable, right? The network marketing company has to be able to make money to be able to sustain giving us this opportunity. So I'm fine with that. Where I take issue with a lot of the compensation plans out there is that they kind of hide where they're making money, and they kind of make it super difficult for the distributors to qualify to get paid all of the money that's kind of due to them. So a lot of them tout, we pay 50%, we pay 60%, we pay up to 70% of our compensation or our money. But really, I mean, these companies, based on all the breakage and based on all the tricks that they have in qualifying for ranks and qualifying for levels and moving up and this and that, they only end up paying like 18%, 20% of their total, revenue that's coming into the field. And that's a real problem, because if the average person, if you and I can't get into a business and qualify as we build the business for our full check, right, for what's fully due to us, if we're only qualifying for 60% of the 50%, you know what I mean? Like, it makes it really difficult to build a full-time income. It makes it really difficult to build a team. And every single time they put some of these kind of tricks in their compensation plans, you don't necessarily notice it going in. Okay, you don't necessarily notice it when you join it, but later on, as you start making money, once you get up to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month or more, it really becomes evident very fast. But then you're locked in because you're making $5,000 a month. You can't just up and leave. You spent the last 24 months building a company. So we went through company after company after company after company. Some companies I eliminated within seconds of seeing their compensation plan. There are certain types of compensation plans that I just won't touch, and the reason why isn't because I can't make money. Okay, the reason is because the new person just doesn't have a chance. And to me, the important thing is, again, if the new person, if you coming into this business can make money and can do well and can have a chance, then that's going to push me up to the top of the company. Okay? I mean, at the end of the day, if you can make money, I will make more money too. If I can give you a great opportunity to be able to succeed, that automatically just elevates myself and whoever else wants to join the opportunity as well. Does that make sense? So I know that if the average brand new person, somebody who's never done network marketing before, gets into some of these other companies, and they're playing with the compensation plan that they have, they literally have no chance to get beyond like $100 a month. They literally just it's too hard, right? Like, it just takes too long. And if it's too difficult to understand the compensation and to build what they need to build, then at the end of the day, they're going to quit, right? They're going to get upset, they're going to be negative, and they're not going to do it. And when your business starts crumbling from the bottom, what happens is the middle people and the leaders and all the people that have been building it for years and years with you start to look elsewhere as well. If the new people can't make money. So when we kind of were looking at different compensation plans, and I literally just going through hundreds. Most of the companies got eliminated probably within 5 or 10 minutes of looking at the company, either based on the products or based on the compensation plan. All right, when we started looking for a company to really, build as a long-term business. They either had too weak of products, or I'd be super excited about the products in the company. I'd take them to my wife, because again, if she's not going to use them, or if our family isn't going to consume the products, then I don't want to be in the company, right? Like, what's the point? She literally within like seconds would be like, nah, those products are horrible. Or let me look at the ingredients. Nah, that's not going to work. Because there's certain ingredients that companies use in different supplements and in their protein shakes and in different things that it's almost like an indicator of where that company's going with their entire company, right? it's okay if there's one or two small ingredients that are kind of like, oh, well, companies still are putting these in. But if there's certain ingredients and I'm not going to go through it because I'm not the expert, obviously, right? I'm the marketing guy, but there's certain ingredients that she can pick out immediately. That's like, there's no way that companies should still be using that ingredient in their products, period, right? Like there's certain ingredients now in especially nutrition that nobody uses. So why would they still have them in their products? They need to reformulate. And if they're not willing to do that, then it's a problem because they're either lazy on product development, or they literally don't know, which is a problem too. If they're in the nutritional space and they don't really know what's going on, that's an issue too. So we went through company after company, products comp, and then I find a company with good products, horrible, like the worst compensation plan you could possibly imagine. I'd find some decent compensation plans, and the products were bad. So I literally went through hundreds and hundreds. There were a couple that came down very close, and then, again, I'd show the products to my wife. I'd be all excited, and again, just no, forget it, not a chance. And I was kind of getting a little bit, I don't want to say I was getting upset, but I was kind of getting a little worried that literally I couldn't find a network marketing company to join, to build, to actually, to share with everybody. And then we found Q Sciences, and I immediately showed the products to my wife because, again, I wanted her to go through them because I didn't want to get too excited, but I didn't want to get too excited about everything that they had to offer until she kind of determined, and she went through them, and she, there's a couple tiny ingredients in one of the products she wasn't super crazy about, but she said, yeah, it's okay, it's pretty good, because the rest of the products are so strong. Like the Q Mac, the Q96, and the Q Prime and the Q, like the products are wonderful. Like they're really good. The shakes are good. So she kind of went through product by product, and she's like, yeah, and even like they've got some, skincare, which we obviously have to try. You can't, with skincare, you've got to kind of try it. You can't just look at ingredients on skincare usually. But she kind of gave the thumbs up, and I was like, wow, are you sure? Can you just look again? She's like, no, they're actually really good. Yeah, which again, for my wife, to say, no, they're actually really good, sentences like that means that, we actually hit a home run. Okay. So it might sound like, oh, they're okay, but really every other company was like, forget it, not a chance, there's no way, don't even bring those in our house. You know what I mean? Like, so for us to get, those are actually really good, they look like really good quality products. So let's try them. Let's bring them into the home and see how they do. So when I got that kind of green light from her on the product side, I started looking at the compensation plan, and then the red flags started going off for me with Q Sciences, with our company, and I thought, wait a minute, this can't be right. I mean, where's the rest of the compensation plan? It's only on one page. And then I started looking, and I couldn't find anything else, but I kind of went through it, and I was like, wow, this is actually really simple. This is really easy for a brand new person to understand. This is really easy for somebody to explain to other people. So I actually literally picked up the phone and called customer service, Q Sciences customer service, because I didn't know anybody in the company at the time. I didn't know the CEO. I didn't know any of the top distributors. I didn't know anybody. So I just picked up the phone and called customer service, and I had a conversation with a woman there, and I said, I was wondering if I could talk to like maybe one of the vice presidents or somebody in sales or something like that to explain the compensation plan to me. Because, I've got some questions. I'm looking at getting started, but, and she said, well, I mean, I could probably try to help you. If there's something that I can't help you with, then, I'm happy to introduce you to, any of the executives or somebody in sales or something like that. And I said, okay, yeah, let's give it a shot. So I kind of went through it with her, and she kind of explained it to me, and I said, okay, but that's it. Like that's what I thought it was, but I'm, I didn't really quite, I thought like, well, where's the rest of it? And she's like, no, that's it. That's all you have to do. You get your 2 personals, you get your volume, and that's your paycheck. That's what you get paid each month. All right. And the advancement bonuses, and she explained that the one-time rank advancement bonuses, and then if you get customers, you get a percentage for that too. And so it kind of floored me. It kind of blew me away because, again, I had not really seen a compensation plan like Q Sciences probably ever. Most of the brand new companies, or most of the newer companies in our industry, their compensation plans are more complicated than like doing your taxes. Like it's literally like you need an accountant or a CPA just to figure out like how you're getting paid. Whereas with Q Sciences, it's so simple. You get 2 people, right? And then you get a certain amount of volume of sales, total volume in your organization, whether you do it or whether your upline does it or whether your downline does it. And then you can actually just look across and see what you're going to get paid. And they just ran the compensation plan, by the way, I think yesterday or the day before for July, and that exact amount that I earned from my rank got deposited in my bank account, or in the QPay card rather. They sent me an email and they deposited that amount. And that was almost like confirmation for me, like, wow, yeah, it is that easy. Wow, it's going to be very simple for people to progress and for people to build this business and understand it and explain it to any of their new members that come in. And so when I hung up the phone with her, I thought, wow, this, there really is something to this Q Sciences business. It's something special. And I was starting to get, and trust me, I get pretty unemotional about business because I've been in it so long and because I've been full-time in network marketing and home-based business so long that I'm pretty unemotional about picking businesses or promoting companies. And I got to tell you, I was getting pretty excited about Q Sciences. I was like, wow, this could really have an impact on a lot of people, and again, no matter what company I personally join, if I take it, I can make it work, as a leader and as somebody with a lot of influence and a lot of leads and a marketing system. I mean, I could literally join any company, make it work, but I can't necessarily make any company work for the new person. I can't necessarily make any company work for you. But Q Sciences is different. I mean, it's got something special to it. So after that, I thought, wow, this is the first company out of probably 145 or 150 different companies that I had looked at over the last couple of weeks. Well, not the last couple of weeks, but back then it was over, a few weeks that I was literally just spending time going through company after company after company. And I came to them and I literally looked at almost 150 companies probably. I at some point you just stop keeping track because I'm going through them so quickly and I'm going through, and I'm kind of getting upset because I couldn't find any. And I started getting excited. Product compensation plan actually worked. And I went through and I looked again and I went to my wife and I'm like, are you sure? Like, look at the ingredients. She's like, no, I don't have to look at the ingredients again. They're great. You should do it. And the compensation plan works. So then I started looking at the company. I started doing a little bit of research in the backstory of the owner, and I started doing a bit of research of where the company has kind of come from, and so I found a few things that were, to me, again, there's not a lot to me that'll knock a company completely out except for product and compensation plan, So this company, Q Sciences, has been around for a few years, actually. They've been around for about 5 or 6 years, which actually is really good for us, because they've got the stability. They've been shipping product for 5 years. They've been running, commission checks. They've been practicing, right? They've been learning. They've been growing. They've got staff. They've got, they've got their technology. They've got everything already built. So it's not like we're walking into a company that's 3 months old that's going to be going through huge growing pains. It's going to be trying to kind of cobble together management staff, or that's trying to cobble together a website to just launch it out there so they can start making money. This company's been around for a number of years. Now, the one thing that I noticed, though, is that the compensation plan they were using for about 5 years was different. Okay, so up until, and this is what I think Bob was kind of mentioning, is up until last year, just like somewhere around January, they actually had a different compensation plan for their network. And I looked at it and I was like, man, no wonder they were struggling. Their old compensation plan, and not to, I mean, I don't want to make fun, or I don't want to, hurt anyone's feelings, but it was like almost every other company. It was difficult, it was hard, it was tough to explain, it had a lot of gotchas, like it wasn't great. And especially when I look at the one they have now, of course they had to learn to get here, right? Like they ran their old compensation plan, and eventually they learned and they said, wow, let's just make this simple. So I look at what we have now, and I'm like, man, they should have done that 5 years ago, but they didn't know 5 years ago. It's like all of us, too. We didn't know 5 years ago where we would be today. So you can't hold it against them, but no wonder they kind of struggled a bit, based on their old compensation plan. And then I kind of looked at some of their different products and things like that, and they really have had a strong product line for years and years and years. But in looking at the company, I think they just have not hit that kind of excitement, momentum, whatever you want to call it in network marketing. They just haven't hit that kind of critical mass of people that, are building that critical mass of leaders that can really get the company going. They just didn't have it. They were growing, they were hustling, they were struggling, they were hustling again, they were doing presentations and growing the company slowly. And then I started doing some research on what was happening, since about January, and starting to look at what was going on that was special. And that's where I came across Brandon Stevens, my sponsor. And I started doing a little bit of research into Brandon, and I kind of started getting really excited, because not only did Q Sciences have wonderful products and an amazing compensation plan, and a really, it looked like a solid CEO and just a good solid company with great intentions, but Brandon had come from a background of being basically the top earner in another network marketing company. He also ran traditional businesses. So he's a businessman. First and foremost, he just knows how to be successful. And so I started doing a little bit of research into kind of some of his background. I thought, wow, this guy, Brandon, he's come into Q Sciences literally just a few months ago. And started building it. And that to me also gives me not only the excitement that I'm choosing the right company, but almost a validation too, because if there's another big team or network marketer or other leaders that see the same thing that I see, and that see the same thing that you see, it's kind of validation for us, because we're not the only ones then. I always kind of don't necessarily like to be the first into a company, or the only big leader, or the only team, or the only marketing system. I'd actually rather be one of many, or one of the first few, rather than the first one. Because the first one has to go through all the pain and the suffering of like helping the company grow and being the only one talking about it. But when you have multiple leaders, multiple people talking about a company, it makes it easier for us all to grow. It makes it easier for us all to support each other, and obviously the company can grow quicker and bigger. So my view, as I started looking at this, and I got in touch with Brandon and started talking to him, wonderful guy, by the way, just absolutely amazing leader for us to work with. The probably one of the most nicest, Like usually, what I found in network marketing, in my experience anyway, is that a lot of the leaders that I talk to in other companies, nice isn't really a term I would describe most of them as. All right, well, excited, passionate, motivated, like successful. But most of them I wouldn't call nice. Brandon, not only is he super successful, but he's very nice. He's just a happy, very nice guy that wants other people to win, that wants to help, that wants to do what he can to work with a team that helps people get where they want to go. Super smart, like super intelligent when it comes to building businesses and building network marketing. And so, for me, it was a very simple decision once I got on the phone with him and met him, as to like this now solidifies not only product, compensation plan, and he told me about some of the meetings he had with the CEO and the owner, and it's like, all right, like this is a deal, this is a company, this is a business that is going to last a long time, and we're literally hitting, and I trust me, guys, I will not. I don't say this lightly, because the industry is so full of people who will hype everything. Like in most companies, it's always ground floor. It's always the best time. It's always going into, hyperbolic super momentum growth, right? But literally, we're sitting right on the tip right now with Q Sciences. And I won't say this in 3 years. You won't hear me on a call 3 years from today saying we're about to, because in 3 years we're going to be huge. All right. 3 years from today, the company is going to be a massive company. All right. But literally today, you're sitting on the tip of the growth. Like you and I and everybody on this call today has the opportunity to catch the upswing of Q Sciences. And if we play our cards right and we build the business and we work hard and we promote and we advertise a lot, we're going to be able to reap the rewards of the company growth as well. And kind of the momentum that's going to happen through Q Sciences. Because what happens is in network marketing, I don't know if any of you have ever watched something like this happen before, but companies tend to struggle. Most companies tend to struggle for the first couple of years. It's just the way it is. The owners launch a company, they're super excited, and then they realize that, wow, like you don't just magically launch a company and then everybody joins, right? You actually have to build the infrastructure, and you have to go recruit leaders, and you have to go recruit people, right, and bring a lot of people in. We're literally sitting at the point in Q Sciences, I believe, where the company is starting to really pick up a lot of momentum. They're starting to pick up a lot of people. They're starting to really grow at an accelerated rate. And if you go on any of the corporate calls or listen to some of the archives, you'll see that the company is growing at an alarming rate right now, which, obviously there's still a huge opportunity. It's a tiny company in the big scheme of things. Q Sciences is a tiny, tiny company compared to some of the monsters out there. But we're on the verge, literally, and I mean, I don't even want to say verge, because the company is growing huge right now. So I guess from the perspective, all I'm saying is that I kind of started talking to Brandon, and I started seeing what the company was doing today, over the last 30, 60, 90 days, and I just saw such a great opportunity because the products were there. The compensation plan, fabulous. The company with the owner, very solid. And with Brandon and the team that he kind of brings and his experience, and then obviously with us with Postcard Networker, like it just literally is all falling into place. So as we start to grow bigger and bigger and bigger as a team, I want you to know that these are some of the things that I looked at when I first got started, and that you should feel comfortable that the research has already been done. The looking at through the compensation plan after compensation plan to find a good company is already done. You can literally just plug in and feel comfortable that you can build a solid income with this. And again, I chose Q Sciences and I looked at a lot of companies because I know that based on the way our Postcard Networker system works and the way our marketing works, through the mail and online, I know that I can support every single member a lot better in a company like Q Sciences. I can literally support everybody that comes in and help everybody and work with everybody. There's not a person in our team that I won't be able to work with and help and support and grow with that wants to do it. Like if you want this, then we can lock arms and do it together. Okay? And that was kind of the final piece of the puzzle, was the timing. And that's actually what I get really excited about. And again, sometimes I think, because I sometimes look at different parts of our business and I'm like, man, I wonder, maybe I could be more excited. Maybe I could be like one of those guys, yeah, let's go. Like, I don't know that I could do that. I tend to be a bit more monotone. I tend to be a bit more, reserved or relaxed or unemotional sometimes. But I got to tell you, the timing of this opportunity, when I sit back and I just kind of think about it, really gets me excited. And I got to tell you, I don't get really emotional about business a lot. I really try to stay an even keel because it's literally about, setting up the systems to be able to create the income, to be able to build the business, to be able to help people, right? But the timing with this opportunity today, right now, it's not brand new, but it is brand new, right? Like, it went through all the growing pains already. We're brand new to the momentum kind of phase of this company as the company starts to go on that massive upswing. And I think that's where we really have to take advantage as a team and as a group. You literally have a moment of time right now, I want to say for the next 12 to 24 months, where you can be part of something really, really big. Like really big. Something that you've never had an opportunity for. Well, you might have. You might have had opportunities in other companies, at the big growths and you missed it. All right. That's probably why you're here, because if you had taken those opportunities, you probably, would still be in those companies making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Right. But you literally have this opportunity right now to stick with us for the next, 24, 36, 48 months, right? The next 2, 3, 4 years, and be part of something really, really huge because you knew about it first, you hit the right timing. And I'm not saying in 2 years, if you build it 2 years from now, it won't be a good opportunity. It will be. It's just that right now, it's a really good opportunity. Like the timing couldn't be better for us coming into this. And I kind of was talking to my wife, and I said, I don't know what brought us to Q Sciences at this moment in time, about 30, 45 days ago when we started looking at it. But the timing couldn't be better. And she just kind of laughs and she smiles and she knows, right? Like, we're here for a reason, guys. Like, we're definitely here hitting at the right time. So I just want to encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity and not just let it pass you by and not get focused and lose focus and not like stop focusing on things that don't matter so much. Stop focusing on the little things in life and focus on the big opportunity that's being presented to you right now that you're looking at, that you have an opportunity for, and go all in. I mean, I'm all in with Q Sciences, obviously. Right? We literally took Postcard Networker, which is a 2.5-year-old, it was a generic marketing system that anybody could use for any company, and we transformed it literally within the last 30 days to a Q Sciences specific marketing system. We took our entire business and transformed it to build Q Sciences. So if that doesn't tell you something, if that doesn't tell you that I'm putting all my chips in, that I'm going all in with this company, that I'm going all in with this opportunity, I don't know what else to say to you if that's not starting to resonate and starting to click with you. Do you know what I mean? The timing of this opportunity is something that you'll never get back. The company will still be here in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. If you don't build it now, you can still take the opportunity later, but you'll never get that timing back again. And you could literally walk into this company today, start building it with the postcards or online or sharing it with other people that you know, or however you plan to build it. Literally just put stamps on postcards all day and build a massive organization over the next 12 to 24 months and be set for life. Okay? No guarantees, but literally this opportunity is here for us today that I want to make sure that everybody kind of gets it. Okay? So, we've gone a little overtime. I apologize today. I try to keep the calls under an hour, but I'm going to wrap up. Guys, for those of you that are in Q Sciences with us, and for those of you that have joined already, please take this opportunity to do massive amounts of marketing, massive amounts of advertising, and sharing the business every single day, okay? Every single week, every single month. Please don't ever miss the opportunity. If you have an opportunity to grow your team and to grow this opportunity, please go all in like we are. Please go for it. In 6 to 12 months, you're definitely going to be excited and so happy that you did that. And then for those of you that haven't joined us yet, that are still looking at Q Sciences as an opportunity, take a chance, take a risk. I mean, today is the day to go for it. Today's the day to say, you know what, it's a new chapter in my life, and I'm going to turn things around. I'm going to really make the effort this time. I'm going to really go for it, and I know that you guys can all do it. Like I said, I've looked at the compensation plan, the products, the company, the upline support, the partnerships we have, and the timing. Everything literally is here with Q Sciences. So for you, I think that the choice is very simple. It's very binary. Either you're in or you're out. Either you do it or you don't. Either you go all in or you don't bother. For me, I'm all in, and I hope that you'll join us on this journey. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. So have a great weekend, everybody. Continue to build your businesses. Get some more postcards. Send the postcards. Share this opportunity with everybody you possibly can, and we're going to have a lot of fun building together. So have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best, and hey, we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.